All right, guys, I'm breaking down. I'm gonna do it. Anthony's cut me a nice deal. I'm going home with this today. If you guys watched previous video that we shot about what's the worst thing about being a music fan, and I talked about this record. Hey man, I have wanted this since 1989. I became a Motley Crue fan with Dr. Feelgood. Now, of course, at that time, I wanted an original copy of this, and they didn't, it wasn't reissued or anything.
That's an original 2005
This is as close
copy.
as I will ever get to it, right?
I mean, now they're thousands of dollars.
God, I know. So, sorry, probably should have introduced this right at the beginning of the video, but Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love, 2005 reissue pressing.
Yep.
What did you call it? It's an original needle drop?
Yeah, it's a needle drop from the original because I guess the tapes weren't available at that time, or maybe they're gone.
Right.
So it's the closest thing we're going to get to having that original leather mix.
Yeah, the original Leathur Records mix. When they redid it, when Electra redid it, they took out all kinds of things.
Glossed it up.
Yeah, like the Live Wire, the opening track, there's all these hand claps at the end of it, which is kind of weird. I agree it should come out, but I love it that it's different.
Yeah.
The cowbell in it is turned down. It's more in the background, whereas on the final version, it's up front. But I've always loved this. This was like a thing. And inside this,
There's a 7-inch.
7-inch, Too Fast for Love, Stick to Your Guns. All right, it's the very first 45 repressed in here. So not only getting the original album, but the original 7-inch. I'm so excited. All right, so you're ringing me up. Let's do this. You guys can't see the thing, right? It's like, I don't want people to know what I'm paying for this thing. Oh my goodness. This is the most I have ever spent on a CD or an album.
Really?
Yes. I am.
So this is a cherry breaker for
This
this
is
kind of money?
Yes. I have never done this. But I have to.
Wow,
I have
man.
to. So
what does that make me if I can constantly spend this much money?
But you didn't originally, not as a kid, not growing up. This became later for you. And you've always been into vinyl. So, that's like as it grew and as it got bigger, that was the thing. CDs have never really done that. CDs, it's rare that a CD is a few $100s out there.
There was a time when this came out,
this record this away.
This was $20 when this came out new. It was only
I
$20
know.
because it had a 7-inch in it.
Right.
And you could probably find them used X amount of time ago for $20. And now all of a sudden the vinyl boom has completely mind-effed everybody.
Right.
So, are we going to do the thing that I know so many of you out there hate?
Yeah,
Why would you do this?
Right. I just spent.
We buy this to listen to it.
Right. And in my mind, I've spent a ridiculous amount of money. I know it's not in reality, but
it's a ridiculous amount of money. So keep it sealed and stick it somewhere where you're never going to look at it again. That's like marrying a beautiful woman that you're never or a beautiful person that you are never going to.
Yes.
Hold hands with because she's so fucking beautiful. Open the record and play it.
Oh, let's take that call first. And then we're doing this.
Sound exchange. We're open, man. 5, 6, maybe. Usually we're open until 6. We might close early tonight. Depends. Thank you. So yeah, you take your shit and you play it, man. That's
right,
the point of it.
That's the whole point of this. Is that
I hate the way he opens it, but it's his. No, it's your way. This is your record.
Yeah.
You open it your way.
I don't
See, I'm a shrink wrap saving asshole. Remember when you tore the shrink wrap off my fucking Van Halen box?
I know. I felt so bad on
man.
that. Oh, okay. Got to do it simple or easy to get the corners out. There's no hype sticker on the front, so for me at least, I'm not interested in that. All right, there you go. Open, but this is the moment. This is what I'm excited about, and it's sealed. Oh wow! God, I'm so excited.
I feel your
right.
I like the gold embossed limited edition on it.
I do too.
Oh, look, even the lyric sheet's in there.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Man, I didn't realize there was a back, an image to this.
I should have kept this. So I didn't realize it was a back image either. So
I thought
every time that you came over, I could just say, Brendan,
check
this out.
Yeah. No, because the only way I've seen this before was on the outside of it. And I think it was, they had it sealed, like I couldn't get into it. And it was like, oh, I just eyed it and eyed it.
So is this already worth it for you right now?
Hell yeah. I was super stoked. All right. I'll show you guys and this is the original way that they had all this stuff. This is awesome. Now, you know, why can't Motley Crue just be like this again?
Put this out, well, you mean look like that again?
I don't care if they look like this. I'm just saying, like, be themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like they are. I feel like they're still chasing the dream, you know? Being big and popular again. All right, I'm going to handle this the way that nobody likes me to handle records. Yep. I know, right?
Are we playing it?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Now, look, even in 2005, right. There was still
shit on
shrapnel on the record.
Oh, my God. Like, I didn't even do that.
No, that's just... So what happens now is, after a record's been sitting sealed for so long,
right.
You're going to see some sleeve marks and that 7-inch running in and out. But...
Okay, but it should...
We have it on air.
Right.
You're never going to sell this. This is going to be yours till death.
This is mine.
So, no matter what,
right.
This is your record.
That's right.
Till death.
That's right. I will not part with this. This has been a holy grail. I probably should have even started with that. Like, I'm so excited about having just bought this and adding to the collection. I got goosebumps right now, man.
It's not even warped. It's nice flat pressing. That was one good thing about 2005. Yeah. Most of the records you got were flat and beautiful. They might be a little dirty.
All right. I'm bringing you guys closer for this. Yeah, turn that up. Oh, good.
I can take it home and clean it, maybe get it back to you in a year.
No, I will not let this out of my sight.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, man.
John,
you too.
Excited, brother. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Anytime, buddy.
Take care. Oh, man. That was good. That was very nice. First spin there on that. Can't wait to get home, give it a listen on my system.
You want to finish the video with me cleaning it?
Yeah, I am. Oh, you walked off camera.
Oh, I walked off camera, so it's already there.
There you go. Now he's working on it. People are like, why are you filming dead space?
Because that's what we do.
I didn't know that.
Look at us. Every day I look at a mirror, I'm like, that's some dead space.
Right, yeah.
So why not film what I see every morning,
That's right. Well, watch this shit.
My friend told me, I didn't realize my friend told me he watches the
So,
root canals.
I mean, people probably say the same thing about what we're doing right here, that why would you care about somebody opening a record and playing it for the first time?
Because this is the life that we lead. And this
That's
is the life
right.
that we love.
Exactly.
These are the things that we love.
That's right. The things that we love. And I know you guys love that stuff too. So I just wanted to share that moment with you, that me getting that holy grail that I've been searching for so long and finally getting to hear it. And just that first feeling, capturing that, because I'm over the moon right now.
Yeah.
I mean, look at your face. You're even smiling because I'm excited.
Yeah, I see it in your eyes. I see
Right.
like the bloodshotness in the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
The excitement is boiling out of your fucking skull.
I know, right now, for this thing.
Cool, man.
Hey, everyone. Man, that was sounding so good. I wanted to keep playing it for you guys, but it gave me a copyright strike. So too much Motley Crue music, couldn't leave it in. So I've had to edit out the music that was playing, unfortunately, and just go straight to a review here. Anthony and I had such a killer conversation about this during that, but the music was playing in the background, and you know, BMG, who now owns it, said, no way, can't do that. So I understand, no big deal. But I wanted to finish telling you guys about this album. So I was so excited. This is like a day later. I was so excited in purchasing this and hearing it and having it. Now, I'm even getting goosebumps just telling you the experience, that I left so much cool stuff out. The album itself is an entirely different mix. It's essentially the demo that Motley Crue used to get signed. And I don't remember how many were pressed, 1,000, maybe it was 10,000, I don't remember. And it sold out, and record labels took note, and they decided to sign the band, but because the album had been so popular, self-released on their Leathur Records label, they just remixed it. But they did a lot to it. Vince Neil's vocals, like on Live Wire, there's moments where there's reverb, I think they call it, and it echoes out, and they took that off. And at the end of it, where there's these breaks in the music, there was hand clapping during that, and that's not there. And there's a lot of little subtleties like that throughout that make this very different. It's much more raw. It's not as polished. It doesn't sound like a demo. Don't get me wrong. This is a killer mix of the album. It's an entirely different way to hear the band. And I'm shocked that it's never been more widely made available. This is a 2005 reissue, but first time on vinyl and first time in the entire packaging like it originally was. The only thing on here that lets us know that it is that is it says Hippo Select right there. There is a little limited edition gold foil stamp, which Anthony really liked. Everything else on here matches, and I didn't notice this, I think, until I got home. But on the spine, and you probably can't see it there, and I apologize, says Leathur Records. It doesn't say Hippo Select. So they literally repress this thing. I'll take it out of the plastic. Let me see if it'll, if you can see it now. Probably not. I apologize. I don't know how to get that thing to zoom in for you guys. But, oh, I also noticed, I mean, there's the Motley Records. There's 3 little things here. It's minor stuff though. But just for me at least, having the spine say Leathur Records, which is their label, what they put it out on, was super cool. And so, you know, we listened to the first side of this, just talked about killer stuff. Anthony told a great story that I never knew about, which was that he had an actual original 1981 Leathur Records pressing in his collection. His uncle, he's talked about him before, had handed it down to him. But at that time, it was a $100 record, which was still hugely expensive back then in the, I don't know if this was the middle 80s or the late 80s, because it was a $100 record in 89 when I became a fan of the band. But that was just astronomical money to me to be paid on an album. And records at that time were selling new for $3.99. So instead of it being $3.99 being $100, that was huge. Today, $100 for a record is nothing, right? And so he had a friend, Dave, who was a huge Motley Crue fan, and he gave it to him, which was very similar to what he did for me on this. He cut me a great deal. I did not have to pay the sticker price on it, and it made it where I felt comfortable spending that kind of money to get it. It is the most I've ever spent on an album. I'm not giving out numbers because it's not about the money. It is about this Holy Grail album for me that I always wanted as a kid. 1989, I would have been, I think, 13 years old. Dr. Feelgood has just dropped, and I'm losing my mind over that album. And one by one, I went backwards. I bought Girls, Girls, Girls. I bought Theater of Pain, Shout at the Devil. Lastly, buying this, and then weirdly loving it. Thinking I wasn't going to, meaning because it is a different sound. But when I found out there was a 45 that the band put out with 2 songs on it that didn't exist, I had to track down bootleg copies of it on cassette, you know, and I still have those. But this was inside here. So not only do you get the original packaging and a repressing of the original mix, you got the original 45. Stick to your guns, Toast to the Town, which I screw up at the beginning of the video. You saw I corrected there. I called it Too Fast for Love. But hey, my mind wasn't with it. I was just super excited. And then the back side of this, and it was just awesome. Awesome. So I haven't opened this one yet, and I thought I would do it with you guys here on camera. I'm going to see if I can do it. Is it going to happen? I may have to fade in, fade out, and go get a knife. I'm going to have to go get a knife because I want to be very careful with this. All right, I'm back with my trusty X-Acto. You guys have seen me use this. I use this because I'm an architect. I get asked a lot why I don't use scissors. And it just goes back to the days when I was building models. We don't build cardboard and wood models anymore. It's all done on the computer. It's 3D now. But I fell in love with these retractable blade knives. And this is just a particular brand that we used called X-Acto, spelled with an X. And anyway, that's what I'm using. I'm going to open this. So you got to see at the beginning of this, the unboxing and opening for the first time at the store, but I never opened this. And I do want to open it, and I'm going to listen to it. And now I'm going to cut into this here. We're going to do it for the first time very carefully. cut into it. The plastic on it is really hard, so I didn't want to use the corner. I was afraid it would bend the corner. And I know I'm opening this. Anthony is gonna kill me because I'm not doing this in the right way. But shrink wrap for me is not important the way it is for him. Now, I think what he liked about the shrink wrap, and he usually likes, is he likes having the hype stickers on it. And he likes having the UPC if it is stuck to it. And in this case, the Motley Crue UPC was on the plastic. He could not stand to see me throwing it out. So he actually packaged it inside here for me. I'll show you in just a minute. But since we just opened this, there it is in all its pristine glory. Oh, from the top even. Oh, so much better. That is the right way. And it has a paper sleeve in it. Oh, God, I love it. I love it. It's the right way to do it. Even has the 45 cutout that's in it, which I have one of those. And again, I know you guys don't like it if I touch my records, but hey, it's my record. So there you go. The Leathur Records, it says it right on it too. Oh, man. I'm super stoked about this. This is stuff that I've only ever seen in pictures, and I never thought I would have one in my collection. And while I know this is not the original 1981, and there's no way I can afford that. Those go for like $6,000 online. This is the closest I'll ever get to it, and I'm okay with that. It's a repressing of it, but in and of itself, this is so limited and rare that it's a high dollar price record out there. So there's that. I'll show you the back again, and you saw at the end of that Anthony was cleaning things up for me. So he did it the right way, and I'm just gonna pull this out. Like, he put it in one of these acid-free holders. He didn't want to keep it in the plastic, but what he does, and it slid a little bit in there, but he puts his shrink wrap in the middle, and then you can see that. So that's how he stores his. He says that is the right way to do it. I'm gonna honor that for him on this album. I'm gonna show you the insert again, in case it wasn't very clear when I was doing it the first time, because hey, I was just super excited about all of this. But you do get that, and again, what killer, guys look killer in this. And so at the beginning of that, when I said, man, I wish that they would just look like that again or be like that again, and what I really just meant was I want them to sound this way again. I want them to sound like the 1981 to 1989 era of the band. Make that classic album again. Tons of bands are doing it. Maybe we got to wait a bit longer for them to do it, but lots of bands have returned to that and had huge amounts of success because they finally made that return. Def Leppard has done it. Bon Jovi needs to do it too. Even Guns N' Roses has put out some songs. The song Hard School is a killer return to form hard rock sounding song. The others not so much. But anyway, I digress from that now. So that's the album. One last bit to talk about here. I just wanted to point out, the Crucial Cruise stuff that's here. This has the 2 songs from the 45 on it. If you want to hear CD copy of it, Toast to the Town, Stick to Your Guns are the bonus tracks on there. This is that newer mix of it. Now, if you want a CD copy of that, you have to buy the box set, which is out of print, called Music to Crash Your Car to Volume 1. On the first CD in here, it starts off with the Leathur Records mix, and then the second portion of that CD is this version of it here, the original, and remastered at that. So now I want to compare from the CD to the actual vinyl and see if they are literally the same or there's any differences, because when I was listening to the vinyl, I heard stuff that I didn't think I had ever heard on the CD, but it could have just been, in the moment, the heightened senses, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, thank you for joining me for this unboxing, little discussion, review of this Holy Grail album that I had wanted for 35 years. I finally saw a copy. Well, second time I've seen the copy. I'd seen one before, and I just could not shell out for it. I think it was in the $350 range or so, and it was just too much for me. But man, I've been thinking about it ever since, because I didn't even know that it had existed. And then when Anthony had it on the wall, and I saw it a few days back, that was it. And you guys called it. Some of you guys were leaving comments saying, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And you were right. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a great one. And I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.